Oh boy. Second hiccup! Woo! Oh. Whoa! Whoa! I actually just dropped my first frames there. Ah. Don't make me throw you out my window, modem. I will do it. He said 4? Alright, 4 works. First rule of hiccups, don't talk about hiccups. I'm not superstitious, folks. Come on. Come on. You are still remembered for your overly cautious decision-making, but you are remembered for staying out of office politics. And you got the job, Chuck. 54,000. You've got cubicles. You got a cubicle, travel entertainment allowance, a life insurance policy, and unlimited boondoggles. Brooks DuPont asks you to conduct a seminar on how to represent MMC to the news media. This subject deals with human perceptions and communications. You know that the Vice President of Administration, Joyce Stern, is the best qualified person to handle the project. Do you recommend Joyce Stern? Suggest Joyce Stern co-chair, ask her for help, or suggest that the workshop is a bad idea? I thought that said unlimited bondage. What the fuck, right there? A cubicle's a perk? Yes, Ninja Zombie. It is. You cannot dispute this. Now, what am I looking at here? Alright, sorry, I just had to check something. 2. Alright, suggest Joyce Stern co-chair. Your recognition of peer performance is commendable, makes Joyce Stern a fan of yours. Brooks begins to appreciate your political savoir-faire. Brooks DuPont has just left for a 35th college reunion dinner. Malcolm Farnsworth III storms down the hall, wanting to talk about a snag in the MAD program. Malcolm Farnsworth III himself. Do you tell the truth, make up an excuse, or recommend equipping key executives with beepers? Damn, that's some sexy French coming out of... Je ne parle pas français. Beepers would be awesome. What is this, the big guy? Yeah, Arbold. This is the big guy. This is the man in current command of the executive suite. They call our program MAD. Of course there's a program. The program is MAD. Beep, beep. Not now, beeper. Well, who's mad now? What'll it be, Destroyer? 3, hopefully he takes it seriously. Malcolm says, beep, beep, my... Beep. You make like a roadrunner trying to reach Brooks DuPont. During a follow-up meeting with MMC's travel agency, you are handed 6 first-class tickets to Barbados. The tickets were earned from MMC expenditures with the travel agency. Do you keep the tickets? Keep some of the tickets? Give the tickets to MMC or start a travel agency? Sir, I'd like to say that I don't find the program so mad, more just disgruntled. Worth it. Well, the obvious choice is to get that giant face kid on the Mad magazine. What you got for us, Destroyer? Destroy these options. Yeah. And stuff. 4 sounds like fun. Alfred E. Newman. 2. Keep some of the tickets. A question arises as to how many tickets were available, and you must give up your remaining stock. However, Brooks DuPont invites you to join him and a few select customers in Barbados at your own expense. You were in the position for 3 years, and you did an average job. You will be remembered for your team player instincts, getting the influential Joyce Stern on your side, the humor you maintain even in a crisis, a rather incomplete attachment to honesty, and using poor judgment. You ready for a job change? The economy is fair. Yes. 2 is a trap. Ooh, some more lateral movement. Or downward. We got district sales manager, engineering project manager, assistant plant manager, financial analyst, engineer, or production foreman. Shouldn't have risked your boondoggles. It's time for change. Spare some change. One it is. But you are remembered for your overly cautious decision-making, and you were edged out by a better qualified candidate. Once again, Chuck Finley is rejected. Try again. I like to eat apples and bananas. You're here for entertainment. You must provide something. 3. Okay. You are remembered for using poor judgment, but you're also remembered for your resourcefulness and impeccable honesty, and you have the job. $57,000 per year, and you got an electric pencil sharpener. How about that? He'll grab a bat. You meet and become involved with an IRS researcher while doing a competitive analysis. Only Pat Barkley is a little different, being the only offspring of the president of Behemoth Systems, MMC's biggest competitor. You want to marry Pat? Have casual sex? Offer Pat a job at MC? Pretend you don't know what Behemoth Systems is, or become permanently uninvolved. You said that you're here for entertainment and you must provide something. Yeah, destroy this one. You're remembered for your impeccable honesty despite not being impeccable honesty. Yep, you work for a court. Who says this has to be raunchy, gay-loving mechanical unicorn? I know. Well, Pat is an old name now, but I definitely know of females who have the name Pat. It's short for Patricia. Whenever I did some temporary work for Walmart, one of the people I like to work with, her nickname was Pat. Dude, is this game real? Yes. Executive Suite is real. 3, I know what 2 does. What they don't tell you is that by having the electric pencil sharpener, you lose your access to the company gym. The gym just so happens to be a room full of pencils and sharpeners. Yeah, Pat is a common unisex name. You are a subtle and devious employee, earning kudos for cleverness and the Medal of Honor if Pat accepts the job. Your competitive analysis indicates that Behemoth Systems is planning to purchase the Meld Design Co., a leading MMC supplier. Do you compete for Meld, or let Behemoth have Meld? At least it was a long time ago, yes. Back when the music used to make me smile. Compete for Meld. No existential questions in the chat, the chatter man. A seemingly endless bidding war between MMC and Behemoth erupts until an oil glut forces MMC's Houston-based competitor to drop out of the bidding. Still, Joshua Cullen, Meld's president, has more smiles than a Cheshire cat. During a standard financial review, liquidity problems appear due to recent acquisition expenditures. Do you tell Gary Hoffman, Vice President of Finance? Do you cover up? Or do you go to a seminar in Niles, Illinois? Do you crack your ankles? Because you're allowed to have nice things. Tell the Vice President of Finance. Your standing with Gary Hoffman rises sharply as you sit through his lecture on conservative fiscal policy, nodding sagely and, more importantly, not yawning. God damn it, Obama. And after 3 more years, you did a good job. You got resourcefulness, your aggressive go-getter approach, and your open manner of addressing problems. The economy is fair at the moment, and you are ready for a job change. And you've got access to Job Level 7, Destroyer. The Assistant to the Treasurer. I assume that's what we're going to be taking? What they don't tell you is I'm partying in my office. Ah, goodness. Let's try one then. Alright. Fortunately, you are remembered for your good judgment and your impeccable honesty, and you got the job, earning $75,000 per year. You got a private office, travel entertainment allowance, a life insurance policy, Chevy company car, personalized stationery, and garage parking. You get an insider trading opportunity when you hear a rumor of a tender offer for MMC's stock. Do you buy stock for yourself in a street name, convince your father-in-law to buy the stock, or ignore the rumor? I know, Ninja Zombie. Personalized stationery. Father-in-law? Maybe Chuck Finley managed to convince Pat to join MMC after all, and they got married. Insider trading bad. That's right. Curiosity is not always a ticket to disaster, and ignorance is not always bliss. But honesty helps avoid pitfalls. You have directed MMC heavily into Mexican investments and get caught in currency fluctuations. Big losses are imminent. Your course is try to manage the risk starting now, disclose potential losses to senior management, gamble on future fluctuations to make up the losses, or hold a press conference to blast the Mexicans. Bucky is in Barbados. He cleans toilets. Good times. Good times. What would be? 1. Sell, sell, sell. Better late than never, but not much. Losses are minimized. The hole in MMC's pocketbook is matched by the hole from your stomach ulcer. 3 Latin American Confederates are arrested for technology theft. You met last week in Mexico City to advise them about currency exchange. Do you tell Jason Parlay, go on an extended vacation, or stonewall? Medical policy, I'll get addicted to Pepto-Bismol from that. Wait, you got them to invest in tequila? Oh, good times. Who the hell is Jason? Jason's a big fucking deal, man. Straightforward, but leads to an investigation of your handling of cash transfers. Hope you are straightforward here as well. Your integrity shines like silver. And after 3 years, continuing to get old, Chuck, you did a good job. You got impeccable honesty, and you have an open manner of addressing problems. And the economy is expanding, meaning every single option you have on the board is at level 8. Motherfucker! What you want? Tarnished silver, but silver nonetheless. Yeah, old dragon. Ooh. I lost some more frames there. My goodness. I've dropped 123 total frames now. It's because the economy ate all the chunky monkey, told you it would work. Good times. Probably don't have to transmit at 3 megabytes per second. And probably go a little bit lower than that. Treasurer, nothing like sitting on all the money. Alright. You are remembered for good things, and none of the bad things come to light. Your open manner of addressing problems and your impeccable honesty. And you got the job. Chuck Finley, currently 41, been working for 17 years with MMC. $89,000 per year. You got a private office, travel entertainment allowance, life insurance policy, a Buick company car, and 3-hour lunches. You get several telephone messages on your way to lunch with the Executive Vice President Brooks DuPont, who is not a patient man. Do you call your bond trader? Do you call MMC's corporate banker? Do you call both of them or return neither call? It was Lax who picked the job. Their names are purple. It's 4:16 in the morning. See, his computer restarted on him anyway. We had to pick something. Everything is perfectly acceptable. You all shut your whore mouths. Anyway, Destroyer, we are a treasurer. Chuck Finley is doing fantastic. It's a rank 8 job. Yep. We'll just pretend Destroyer picked treasurer. All the jobs you had were rank 8. It was glorious. You're a wizard of money. And this is the first choice, first option we had. It's up to you. Oh, goodness. 3. Call both of them. The bond market is collapsing. The bank has pulled MMC's credit line. And the executive vice president, tired of waiting, has gone to lunch and left you to your misery. First, Nouveau Bank pulls MMC's credit line because of filing irregularities. Do you plead with the bank, hope the accounts receivable come in, go back to your old bankers, jump out the window, or go to the mob for a loan, Destroyer? Look what you did, Lax Toadies. This is all your fault. I accept 0 blame. 0. And Destroyer, because the computer restarted on him. Also not my problem. There you go, you can die, it looks like. Well, fuck me then. I know, you've wanted to provide entertainment for people, and here you go. Here's another chance, along with Pat. 1. Plead with the bank, he says. The only thing harder than getting to see a banker is getting to that banker's heart. You even have to pay for your cup of coffee. You must review MMC's investment portfolio in view of unstable economic conditions. You meet your financial advisor, Pat Ivers, and decide to sell bonds, buy more bonds, let Pat handle your investments, or play golf. Oh dear, everyone. Crazy. Pat? No, this is a different Pat. I think. Bankruptcy intimate, buy more bonds. Alright, that's what we're going to be doing then. Buying more bonds. Buying more bonds is like adding Drano to MMC's portfolio. MMC's investment capital now consists of the petty cash fund. Chuck, you have been in the treasurer position for 4 years. It's time for job review. Overall, you did a poor job. You will be remembered for antagonizing Brooks DuPont, having the discipline to finish work before playing, providing ineffective solutions to problems, and using poor judgment. I blame you, chat. Treasury is bad. That's right, Lax Toadies. The economy is fair, and now our job level is bumped back down to 7. I think Chuck might be too old now. He's jumped the shark. People's blames are getting disputed. Chuck is getting old, let's blame it on going senile. It's that imported tequila from Africa. Yay, bankrupt MMC. 3. You are apparently remembered for an incomplete attachment to honesty. Fucking game. But you are remembered for having the discipline to finish work before playing, and your good judgment, which gets you the job. It's a decrease in like 6,000. You don't have 3-hour lunches anymore, but you do have access to the Watts line and garage parking. Matthew and Little, an outside market research firm, makes a pitch for your research business. This could greatly impact MMC's marketing effort on the M&M4 and MAD computer systems. Do you recommend against the deal to protect your position? Recommend Matthew and Little or ask Matthew and Little for a job. What? Exactly, old dragon. What line? Horizontal movement. Flee from that treasury nonsense. Definitely not horizontal movement. Definitely a downgrade from job level 8 to job level 7. Hey, I ain't driving this car off the cliff. I only looked at the map. Goddamn lax toadies. Your similar colors. One, they will discover our lies. Matthew and Little is much too expensive, you argue. Why spend money for 6 of their researchers to sit around all day when you can do it for so much less? The Executive Vice President, Brooks DuPont, whom you slighted, as the Treasurer, demands a premature release of research information on the M&M4 project. He wants to create investor interest on Wall Street. Do you comply, wait for project completion, or blame Matthew and Little for delays? Blame Matthew and Little. God damn it. What'll it be, hotshot? You might want to see a doctor about that premature release, Brooks. Let's flip a coin. Do you want to flip the coin yourself? I'm going to assume that you will. BEA launched that shit. I guess complying would be his problem if he let out a premature release. I'd suggest 1. It's a definite 3. Tails, let's drive it off the cliff. 3. A very clever ploy. You knew Matthew and Little would be worth their fees. The Wall Street Journal asked for an interview based on your research information. You realize dealing with the press is a double-edged sword. It can cut for you, or just cut you. You can agree, decline, refer them to Malcolm Farnsworth III himself, or refer them to Matthew and Little. The entire chat is surprised about the fact that that was apparently a good decision. I know, I was so proactive and everything. Aim for cliff, landed on road. Go figure. You overshot. Malcolm Farnsworth III is the ultimate badass. Matthew and Little seem to be pretty helpful. Yeah, Kisk. You know, Matthew and Little missed out on a great marketing opportunity. They could have been Little Matthew firm. 1, because why not? The interview turns into a third-degree interrogation. They question your sample, your method, and your parentage. You have no alternative but to cancel your subscription on the spot. And you did a poor job. You will be remembered for opposing the sometimes influential Matthew and Little. You will be remembered for your brazen lack of ethics. And you will be remembered for abrasive encounters in the public relations field. After 3 years, you did a poor job. Pressure's getting to him. And the economy is depressed. Oh. We're back down to 5s and 4s. Still more successful than Old Dragon. Well, maybe not. It remains to be seen what the final score will be, right? 1. You're remembered for your team player instincts and your aggressive go-getter approach, but you will also be remembered for providing ineffective solutions to problems. You got the job. 62,000. Fewer perks. You've been working at MMC for half your life, Chuck Finley. Cubicle, working telephone, and matching furniture. Time to get into engineering at 45. The ulcer has become sentient. It's taking Chuck over and it's pushing to kill him with stress. Let's somehow blow the building. I say we need a change in leadership. Chuckle fucks unite. Here comes the slippage down to mailroom clerk. Conrad Edison assigns you to prestigious project, working on the M&M4 microcomputer design review. Your joy turns to gloom when you find a design flaw in a product component. We've seen this one before as well. Disclose, hide, or fix the flaw, not tell anyone. Perks cubicle, yep. The stall alarms are going off in this plane. Someone's taking your red inline stapler. One attention whore is this. Controversy rages as half the staff denies there is a flaw. Ultimately, you are vindicated, but the project is bogged down for months. You become addicted to Pepto-Bismol and must eat curried food once a week to balance the effect. Senior management has dragged its heels on salary increases while total MMC profits have skyrocketed. Now a company-wide movement is fomented by Brighton Star and other engineers to get royalties on inventions. You join it, job action oppose it, or straddle both sides. Yes, Destroyer, you... Yes, you called it. You are addicted to Pepto-Bismol. You should have had that casual sex and quit on a happy note when you had a chance. You tell them, Marion. Oh my. What'll be, Hotshot? Two, oppose the job action. Right, cars egg daily. Bicycle stolen. You work at home with management support. Politics begin to appear in the engineering department. You can focus on work, avoid the situation, and study for advanced engineering certificate, or get involved in the politics. Jetpack, steal that, bitches. Alright, Destroyer! What will Chuck Finley do? What would Chuck Finley do if he had to give up his dreams for freedom? 2. You add to your personal credentials while maintaining neutrality. Conversations are diverted towards esoteric discussions of technology on the part of your fellow engineers quickly turns to boredom. Your strategy works. 2 years. You did a good job. You acted in a progressive, decisive manner. You stood up for product quality. You remained loyal to management. And you stayed out of office politics. But the economy is still depressed. But you do have a level 6 opportunity open to you again. You fought your way back. Despite the sorrow of the economy. Good politicking, bore them so that they don't care what you have to say. You are remembered for remaining loyal to management, your team player instincts, but you are also remembered for your overly cautious decision making. You still got the job. Chuck Finley is 50 years old. He's been working with MMC for over half his life. $74,000. He's got his electric pencil sharpener back, everyone. You must decide on the minimum 4 memory component design approach. Pressure is applied by marketing, sales, and finance with all the obvious intentions. Which approach do you advocate? A workable design, an advanced design, or force a committee to make the decision? Now, do remember the slide all started back whenever Destroyer apparently had to restart its computer, and I misread Laxtotes because of the same color. I remain blameless. Did he have any single jacket in that nudist colony? The economy needs Chunky Monkey again, then it can become inflated. Chuck Finley, the man who tanked the economy. It's getting time for management to find excuses to let you off and gamble away your 401k. What 401k? Good joke. MMC doesn't believe in that shit. Goodness. Oh, Destroyer must have already picked that too. Alright. An investment in technology leapfrogs competition. Your courage and optimism is courageous. Your biggest problems is bruises from being patted on the back. Alright. Pursuing an idea on your own initiative, you develop a revolutionary memory chip concept. Unfortunately, Doug MacArthur, Senior Vice President of Operations, is not interested in revolutions. Your concept is rejected. Now you can do as Old Dragon did. This is how his playthrough ended whenever he quit and started his own company. We're here again, and it's not every day you get to plow a multi-million-dollar company into the ground and still be employed by them afterward. Join Old Dragon, apparently. Oh, my goodness. Are we really here again? God damn it. Good times. So it's come to this. 3, curiosity. Alright, let's bootleg the project. You were discovered and fired. Well, curiosity, there you go. Please leave your other good ideas with the receptionist. Obviously, things aren't going your way at MMC, Chuck. With trepidation, you open the top envelope in your morning mail. Dear Chuck, MMC regrets to say that you and MMC must part company. In a less people-oriented company, you'd be fired. Causes for this parting include alienated Doug MacArthur and Frank Herman, offending Sam Danger, antagonizing Brooks DuPont, and abrasive encounters in the public relations field. Finance will give you an accounting of your worth as you leave MMC. Very truly yours, Malcolm Farnsworth III. You don't remember how you alienated them? That's not important. Overall, a smaller score than what all Dragon's character accrued, even though Chuck Finley ascended to a higher level. Annual salary, $74,000. That's primarily because the current age of 50 is much higher than the age of like 37 or 38, whenever old Dragon's character left. And ultimately you ended up in the same situation. You actually ended up being worse because you were fired. So, I mean, yeah, how about that, folks? Really, really, really. It's a thing that happened. Hit the road, Jack. You also did almost completely destroy the company. I'm glad my massive upload rate now can broadcast that to everyone. Grimith, how about a chucklefucks person where all of us vote like the old times? That sounds stressful. Okay, what time is it? 4:34. I'm gonna go get something to drink. Won't take me long. If the stream stops, it should start again after a minute or two, while I'm gone. And then, I think I'll do one more of this. Again, I'm stress testing by providing light, simple-hearted fare. We'll let one more person try their hand at Executive Suite. We'll see how that goes. Walking away to get a drink. No, I won't do that. Of course I didn't turn off the microphone. There was no point. Okay. Let's open up one of these. I suppose I'll wait until we have our next person to say. Alright. Welcome to Mighty Microcomputer Corporation. We're going to start a new career. Desire initial interview. Get directed to the personnel manager, Simon Woodstock. Let's see what we got here. We have a few active individuals. We go ahead and update the list. All Dragon and Destroyer are not qualified for this. Let's go ahead and roll to see who might be our next character. Fluffy Woofy, do you want to play? Or do you not want to play? Or even back. I'll give him till the 30-second mark and then we'll pick someone else. Well, I enjoy this chocolate chip brownie. Alright, I tried. Next person! Nope, it's too late. Dexy! Do you feel like playing, or do you not want to play? He had a BSOD. It could have been yours, Fluffy. It could have been yours. You could have been a contender. No, Dexy doesn't feel like playing. I tell you what, Fluffy. I'm feeling generous here. I will roll back at this one moment. Would you like to, you'd like to give it a crack? You don't have to if you don't want to. Okay. Yeah, sure. Well, there you go then, folks. Fluffy Woofy will be our next, perhaps final character for the morning on account of the fact that it's 4:40 in the morning for me right now. So, what's the first name, Fluffy? Don't mind me. I'm consuming things and I'm not muting my microphone. This is professionalism at work here. Right, because work. Perfectly understandable. Because I can test at 4:40 in the morning? Fuck you. This is Dave Juckle. Okay. Oops. That is the wrong button, Grimith. Okay. Damn, that Blue Yeti picks up everything. Yes, it does, Laxtoties. Yes, it does. We from the east, the west, the south, or the Midwest? I figured I would mute me. Throwing the wrappers away. What made me get it? Nothing made me get it. I wanted to buy a new microphone. So I asked Weevil Feline, and I was like, what microphone do you use? He said, I use a Blue Yeti. And I was like, alright. The same night, I purchased a Blue Yeti. Oops, need to select a window again, Grimith. Okay, hometown and state, Fluffy Woofy. Same reason you got a Blue Yeti? Eh. For the new microphone, you can never hear the trains because they were like mythical. Well, what state is Necropolis in, Fluffy Woofy? Is it like its own state? Is that like the 51st state of the Union here? Oh, no. Necropolis, New Jersey? Alright. Is that what we're going with? Necropolis, New Jersey. What a great place. Yep, alright. Growing up in the East, where did you go to college, Fluffy Woofy? Did you go to state university, city college, private college, or did you never have the time to go to college? Now we know where Fallout really takes place. Huh. New Jersey certainly smells right for it. Dude. Alright, I need a college name. I like to imagine all the sounds of consumption that I'm doing are being picked up better than what they were whenever I actually used a headset. It's great. The damn thing is so sensitive. Truly spectacular. That's even with my sensitivity turned down, too. Very much a fan of this microphone. No, it's not coffee, it's milk. I don't like coffee. Crypthan's College? Oh, Mecha one's brilliant. So you want to go with that one, okay. Boneyard Sigh. What did you study at Boneyard Sigh? Girls, boys, business administration, engineering, or liberal arts? Do 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 do. No chicken dance. Well, we have to kill equality. 5. How did you do in your studies? Great. Summa cum laude. Dean's list. Who cares? Didn't make it. Do 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 do. Goddamn chicken dance. Honestly, 4. Did you go on to graduate school, or had you had enough education after Boneyard Sigh, Fluffy Woofy? Did you go into a ranked university, forget about school and toured Europe, attended a good local school, or jumped from school to work to make money? Money! No, Fluffy, I want you to tell me this honestly. We don't have any more music anymore. Well, shit. Let's pull up something here. Maybe we can... Yeah, I like this. We'll go ahead and play that. It'll, of course, be low in my head. We'll get some of this. Then some of this. Follow it up with that. And maybe afterwards a little bit of this. Good. Fluffy Woofy picked 3. Attended a good local school. I was right, yours studios. What was the name of the graduate school? Fluffy Woofy. Space Zoo flashbacks? And by good local school, he means it had the least number of bullet holes. Maybe I have to turn this up a little bit, actually. Such a fan of this song. It's your fault for going to school, Fluffy Woofy. Just want you to know that. Smith and Wesson grad. Smith in I have to capitalize it, apparently. Let me go ahead and turn that down a bit. Oh, that's Oxide Temple from Des Lakota. He showed it on the Voltron Army about 3 years ago? Might have been 2. Probably the song I play the most whenever I need music for this hobby. What did you study at Smith & Wesson grad? Was it liberal arts again, or was it something else? By studying law. Alright, with your demanding major, how did you fare? Did you make a lot of friends, learn a lot, graduate with honors, or none of the above? Let me go ahead and actually check something here. I'll provide a link to Oxide Temple. Everyone gets to listen to my keyboard. Hooray! Oxide Temple. There you are. No, 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 no. Don't you be playing twice on me. Here. That should be fine. If you actually want the song yourself, you learned a lot. Good. Schooling is an important qualification, but so is work experience. How many years of prior work experience do you have, Fluffy Woofy? Probably. I've used this song in a lot of places. The Merc 1 Masters. I may have played it during some of the Trilby Quadrilogy. The Tetralogy. Some of the Liberal Crime Squad stuff. I'll have to listen to the stream later to see how loud that's actually coming across. Let's end with 2. It's the usual stuff you need around in Russia. 1 or 2 years of work experience. Alright. I saw on the sports page that the Giants won again. Interesting. So, if you're a sports enthusiast, what interests you? Golf, tennis, armchair quarterbacking, sailing, or competitive drinking? Probably competitive drinking, huh? Good. Just loud enough to tickle the ears. I know what the hell I'm doing. I'm a trained professional, motherfuckers. True facts. I'm gonna tickle your ears. I'm gonna do it. Of course, this is a quieter song, too, which will tickle the ears even more. How about, like... There we go. That'll work. You have a certain set of skills you've acquired over a long career. Come on, Fluffy Woofy. I don't have all morning. I might fire you myself. That's me tapping on the desk. Now that everyone's like sailing, drinking. Okay. How old is your character, Fluffy Woofy? Keep in mind that apparently you've gone to school, as well as graduate school, and you have 2 years of work experience. "22? Why not? Fine, 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 fine. Sex, male, female, undecided. Everyone knows what happens when you pick undecided. The game gives you some sass, and you get this option again. Prodigy Fluffy. He skipped some years. Yes, please. No blank door. Not an option. Two random decision. Alright. What is your current marital status? Also, I want to recap here. Dave Chuckle is female. And, use your boobs to move up in the world. 2. Single. After all this talk, I'm feeling very comfortable about your application to MMC. Just to see if I'm on track, how would you describe yourself, Fluffy Woofy? Blind ambition, technician, party person, work before pleasure, or work as a hobby. Life is meant for living. RNG is up in this bitch. Apparently that's how Fluffy's picking his options. What song's next? Oh yeah, I picked that one. That's a good song. We'll turn that down. We'll turn it up, now we'll turn it down. Now we'll turn it up, now we'll turn it down. There we go, that'll work. 5. Work as a hobby, life is meant for living. There's no question, Miss Chuckle, you make an impressive applicant. Let's see what entry-level positions MMC might have available for you. But the economy is depressed, because the last person fucking tanked it as the treasurer. And the best job level you have got right now is 2. Damn, Agent 47 speech sends chills down my spine. I like it. Fluffy is so Generation Y, yet this game is most definitely geared towards Generation X. Blame Lex Toadies. Ooh, excuse me. That was a curious hiccup there. Ooh, draftsman, does that mean I draft people in the horrors of army? Yes? Oh, goodness. Two. Alright. You got the job, Dave. Miss Dave Chuckle. 22. $18,000. You got your own desk, MMC medical plan, 1-week vacation, a picture of Farnsworth, and your first MMC keychain. You feel overworked, but are pressed to finish drawings for redesigned M&M2 microcomputer casing. Time management in this busy period is the key to finishing on schedule. You decide to work harder, work longer, socialize. I know, don't let all that power of the keychain go to your head there. Also, that's not a whole lot of money to be making if you went to college as well as graduate school and have 2 years of prior work experience. I just want to throw that out there. Two, we're working longer. Longer hours cut into social opportunities, but are a good exercise in discipline. You use so many toothpicks to prop your eyes open. Weyerhaeuser considers you for their Man of the Year award. Weyerhaeuser? Hell if I know. 18,000 in 1982? No. That's... no. No. Again, college, graduate school, and 2 years of prior work experience. That's... it's gonna be hard to repay all those loans. While working hard on the M&M2 casing redesign, you have come to feel isolated from contact with company management. But today, the president, of whom you have a picture, Malcolm Farnsworth III, stops to talk with you on his annual tour. You ask how the company is doing, comment on the weather, and invite him to the Thursday night poker game. There you go, Man of the Year award. They messed up now. Why can't it be Woman of the Year award? It's a man's world. Show him your boobs. No pressure, Fluffy Woofy. Okay, this should be important. That's right, Malcolm Farnsworth III himself. Poker night BJ under the table equals insta promotion. Are you sure? You know what? Let's invite him to poker night. Alright. Strong but questionable impression. Malcolm declines with a laugh, claiming golf is his game. You resolve to play miniature golf once a week for the rest of your life. MMC offers you the opportunity to participate in a computer graphics test. Con Edison has chosen you based on your MN2 work. You say yes? No? Or do you request to speak with the Senior Vice President of Operations, Doug MacArthur? Dude has got plenty of money, poker him up. Malcolm Farnsworth III would not be fooled by such a silly ploy. I don't know. Also, considering how long we've gone without a hiccup, we might be due for one of those. It's been nearly an hour since our last one. Let's go with one. Sure, let's test this bitch. You do well on the test and are now considered the MMC expert. This allows you to establish a new technology niche. You fall behind in normal work and must put in overtime. You dare not complain. Overtime is considered a perk at MMC. This is why salaries are dangerous. Dave, you have been in the draftsman position for 1 year and you did a good job. You worked long, hard hours, and you had an aggressive, go-getter approach. And the economy has stopped being so depressed, it's now fair. And you got a bunch of 3s open, and you got a lateral movement at 2. Fucking salaries, that's right, old dragon. That's right, this is very important thinking. Serious business, don't try this at home. 3 it is! Skilled assembler. You are remembered for your aggressive go-getter approach. You have $23,000 per year now. You got your own desk, a 2-week vacation, a medical plan, and your second MMC keychain. Hey, shift work isn't any better. Salaries suck, but so does shift work. Look at you bastards combining together. Rumor of a temporary work slowdown hits concurrently with an offer from the Assembler Union Local to become an organizer. Management